Hey, it's me Marlena, and today I thought I would make a kind of what I eat in a day video, but not only this, because I also have some knowledge for you, and yes, I want to talk about calcium today, because calcium is a very important mineral and maybe one of the most important minerals in our body. And yes, I just want to let you know what it does in our body, why we need it. I talk to you later. And let's go straight into this video, and I hope you have fun watching it, and see you soon. Hey, good morning. It's 4 a.m. right now, and I just jumped out of bed. As you can see from my face, I'm not that fresh right now, but that's okay. And I go straight into my yoga workout now, and I see you if I have breakfast. Hey, I finished my workout, my yoga workout. It was great, and now I feel a little bit more awake. So I have breakfast now. So excited. And yes, I thought I'd show you quickly what I have for breakfast, in case you're interested. So I have a big bowl of fruits. It's watermelon. I ate already some pieces, and then I thought, oh, I have to film. So one plum, blueberries, cantaloupe melon underneath, bananas underneath, you can see, a fig. And with this I have my green smoothie, of course, and I think I will pour it all over the fruits now, a kind of sauce. Yes, here we go. Delicious and beautiful. And I have matcha latte. And additional to this, I have some raisins and a date. Maybe I have another one. We'll see how I feel after all this stuff. Okay, and yeah, that's my breakfast, and I see you for lunch, probably. It's lunchtime, and this is all I'm gonna eat right now, and I tell you quickly what it is. So I start my lunch with some leftover seaweed salad from yesterday. I add some fresh dill and some spices and mustard on top. And then I have raw broccoli with paprika, some dehydrated pumpkin. It's butternut pumpkin or squash. Then I have cucumbers and zucchinis topped with, what is it? I think I used curry powder, curcuma? No, it was curry powder. Then I have some more salad for the greens, to get these greens in. Yes, because I need my protein. And then I have some fruits, like always. Watermelon, lots of watermelon underneath. Then cantaloupe melon. I have a peach, a little bit of leftover pineapple, blueberries, figs, all the good stuff. And actually a fresh date. And yeah, then I have also some dehydrated fruits, because I love them. So sweet and so good. Oh, can you see there's a little animal on my fruit? Oh my god. Okay, some mulberries and a fig and some apples, apple slices. And because it's just too good, I had to make my raw vegan sweet wraps again, because I love them. But this time I used plums for the wrap base instead of mangoes, and I hope it's delicious, but I think it is because it already smells so good. And I put some mashed banana in here, as well as goji berries and cinnamon and tahini. Fully stuffed with good things. And this is, of course, this is no real sugar here on top. I used xylit, if you know what it is. It's it looks like sugar, but it has actually 0 calories. Yes, and oh, I forgot to say, this here is my dressing or dip. I use it to dip my white cheese in. Yes, this is a feast, people. This is a feast. But I need to get in calories because tomorrow I start dancing again after 6 weeks summer break, and I have to be strong tomorrow. And yes, the carbohydrates will make me energized and fit for tomorrow, hopefully. So, okay, I'm going to enjoy this now. Hey, so I am back from the gym and I'm still red. It was exhausting, but that's fine. And yes, that's why my hair is a little bit still wet and a little bit looks like a mess, but don't judge. I'm still in my workout leggings, so it couldn't be better. Anyways, let's talk about calcium. So calcium has actually a lot to do with what we're absorbing. So we can be taking in a lot of calcium from different sources, but for some reason we cannot absorb all the calcium, you know. And there are some things we put into our body that actually leads calcium out of our bones. So we come to a topic, #bone health. I talk about this topic later. So how much calcium do we actually need on a raw or on a vegan diet or even on a standard Western diet? It's not important on which diet you are. We all need the same amount of calcium per day, and this is 1000 milligram a day. And if you are older than 15, you need 1200 milligram. So eating enough calcium or get in enough calcium is extremely important. And when people are deficient in calcium, it's often connected with calorie deficit. So people who are not eating enough calories have therefore too low calcium levels. So eating enough is so important. And especially on a vegan or raw vegan diet, you have to eat a lot to get all the nutrients in. And yes, you can imagine if you just eat fruits, salad, red cheese, okay, some nuts and seeds, they are calorie dense, and dried fruits are calorie dense, but the main food you are eating is low in calories, so you have to eat huge amounts of it to get all your nutrients, especially minerals like calcium. And yeah, that being said, there are some studies. I did some research and I make some notes, so don't mind if I look down sometimes. There are some studies that show that people who are generally lower in calories, they are deficient. So it's important to eat enough. I cannot stress this enough. And calcium is important for our bones, for muscle relaxation, and for preventing blood loss after an injury, for example, and for the regulation of the cell metabolism. And calcium is abundant in plant foods, and this is really important because many people think you have to eat animal products to get enough calcium, to eat cheese, and milk is high in calcium, and this is always what is in our minds, but it's not true because calcium is in abundance in plant-based foods. For example, almonds, fresh and dried fruits, seeds, and especially in greens. So it's so important to eat enough greens. Salad every day, kale in smoothies, spinach in smoothies, broccoli, pak choi, cabbage, watercress, kale. Yes, these are the main sources of calcium. And the thing is, and this I found very interesting, calcium in plants is extremely well absorbed by our body in the range of 40 to 61%. This is kale. And if you look at animal products, for example, cow's milk, it's absorbed by our body in the range of 30 to 32% only. So the calcium from plants is extremely well absorbed by our bodies. And additional to this, there is a factor that leads also to calcium deficit, because animal products come with a lot of acid. So, and all this acid in your body makes absorption of calcium very, very difficult, so almost impossible. So it's really the best way to get all the calcium from plants only and not from animal products. For example, to achieve the daily amount of calcium, you only need to eat 3 oranges, 1 big salad with 3 cups of kale, cabbage and romaine lettuce each, and for example 3 tablespoons tahini plus 5 figs and half a cup of almonds. So this could be an example for a day of eating where you get your whole calcium easily. Yes. And there's another factor which is so interesting, because you cannot absorb enough calcium without vitamin D. So it's so important to get enough vitamin D too, because if you have enough calcium, I mean, you can really eat enough greens, leafy greens and all this stuff I mentioned before, but if you don't have enough vitamin D, it's useless because you cannot absorb it again. So vitamin D, important. Go into the sun every day and maybe think about a supplement in the winter, or if you are from another country where it's difficult to get sun, where it's always cold, and yeah, then it's maybe important to think about vitamin D supplement. Yeah, to come to an end and to break this calcium story down, calcium is a very important mineral for bone health, for muscle relaxation, for the regulation of the cell metabolism. And calcium from animal products is not absorbed by our body perfectly or properly. And additionally to this, the acid in animal products deprive or takes away calcium from our bones. Yes, that's why we should get our calcium from plants, and that's much better to absorb. And yes, vitamin D, don't forget vitamin D. And for a last example, I have choose kale and milk. Kale, I think it was 1 cup Yes, it was 1 cup. So 1 cup kale has 360 milligram of calcium, and 1 cup cow's milk has 300 milligram of calcium. The difference is not that big, but remember what I told you before, you cannot absorb it from the cow milk, so please choose the kale. Yeah, so I hope it was a little bit interesting for you to know more about calcium, and maybe you can be more aware and take an eye on it. Take an eye on your calcium level and you will be good. See you. Peace. Love.